Okay. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us as we explore real estate markets all over the world. Our mission is to educate you on real estate possibilities outside of your home city. So you may have been long dreaming about living and working elsewhere, or even about retiring somewhere else. And we are here today to help you realize that that dream is achievable. Whether it's a permanent move or even a vacation home, or maybe even a part-time investment that you can lease the property out and earn income when you're not using it, whatever it is for you, for your family, we want you to end your time with us today enlightened and with a broadened sense of all of your possibilities. And we're going to do that by highlighting property offerings of our Keller Williams offices and agents nationally and globally. So Keller Williams operates over 850 offices in the U.S., and we're in 50 countries and growing. And a good portion of the sales from those are outside of the buyer's primary market. Now, we know that real estate brokers all over the US and all over the world are experiencing a surge of relocation activity as everyone realizes that they're able to live and work anywhere. So today I'm very excited because this is one of my favorite countries. Today our focus is the cradle of Western civilization, the birthplace of democracy and of the Olympic Games. Today we visit Greece. So Greece is in the southeastern section of Europe, surrounded by crystal clear waters of the Aegean and Ionian Sea. And you've got Italy, that's just to the west, and Turkey, that's to the east. Its size is comparable for us Americans to Alabama and landmass, but it's spread out. So you get this wonderful benefit of all the coastline. Greece has a richness of culture, of course, endless history, and the diversity found in Greece is astonishing. We know Greece is known for beaches and like the black sands of Santorini or the party resorts of Mykonos, but the truth is Greece is very diverse. It's not just beachside resorts and luxury yachts, but that's not bad either. But Greece is also full of quaint towns. There's rugged mountains. There's over 2,000 islands. There's a lot of verdant valleys. There's peaceful, serene lakes, lush forests, and most importantly for our discussion today, Greece is affordable. That is right, affordable, especially compared to other European countries. So the offerings in Greece go far beyond fabulous food, beaches, and sightseeing. We want to talk about value today, and we want to talk about opportunity. So if this is your dream, it's in your reach, and our KW agents in Greece are going to educate us today. We will see homes at the end of our time today, homes that you may want to purchase. And although I've been fortunate enough to visit Greece recently, I am certainly not the expert, not at all. And that's why we have today our gracious experts who've joined us. And so from Athens, I want to introduce to you Sofia Anastasiou. Did I say it right?
Great.
Okay, close.
Hello, Janet.
I tried.
I'm very happy. I'm very happy to be here with you.
Thank you so much for sharing today. And also we have Dimitriadis.
Hello.
I know that was probably wrong, but I'm trying. Give me points
Very
for
nice.
Hello, thank you both, Sofia and Dimitrios, for joining us. Share with us just briefly a little bit about yourselves in your area. I know you both work out of the Athens office, but you cover other areas throughout Greece. So share with us today. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your business.
Well, thank you, Dimitrios. I'm in the main office of Keller Williams in Athens, but we are working with all areas here. There is the center, the historical center of Athens, with Acropolis, the most famous, South Coast, North Place, and East and West side of Athens. So, and Dimitrios.
I'm 11 years in real estate. I've studied in Germany and I specialize on the Riviera side of Athens. My business center is Vouliagmeni, where Four Seasons Hotel also is located.
Wonderful, wonderful. So today we're going to visit with y'all. We're going to ask a few questions. We'll have some Q&A. That's the format. And they're going to share some properties from their respective areas. So audience, please be prepared to take notes at the very end of our properties because we're going to have the contact information for both Sofia and for Dimitrios, so that you all can reach out to them in the future because they are the resource for you. And I'm going to ask also if you're joining us to go ahead and tag anyone who might have an interest in this subject so that they can learn too. So let's go ahead and get started. I think the first question always in people's minds are, what drives someone to Greece? What are the benefits? And who are you seeing that are moving there? Let's start with Sofia first.
Well, I think the best reason for coming to someone in Greece is the climate, of course, the Mediterranean climate that is unique in the whole world. There are some of the most famous islands worldwide. We have many visitors in the islands, about 30 million people every year as tourists. So someone can come here because the whole country is safe for a family or can have a second home here. So can visit the country every year or some of the best months of the year from May to September. Also, what else can I say? Oh, it's a very, very good place because it's only 1 hour from Asia, Africa, and all the countries in Europe. In 3 hours by plane, someone can be in every country in Europe, even England. That's all can I say. Or someone can come here for investments because Athens is, as a capital city, has a lower price in all. If we can compare with other countries, capital cities in Europe has a lower price.
Yeah, I think that's very attractive to people because particularly Americans and Canadians, when we think about purchasing in Europe, our minds go to some very pricey properties that you will regularly find in Paris or London. But that was one of the things that I noted when I was doing my research is Greece is actually incredibly affordable compared to other European cities. So Dimitrios, do you see a lot of what we call expats moving to Greece? For those of you that don't know, an expat is a person who's either temporarily or permanently residing in a country other than that person's country of origin. And the expat movement has been prevalent into Europe for many, many years. But I'm suspecting even more so this past year as people are learning that they can work anywhere. Are you seeing that?
Absolutely, absolutely. Greece is, especially Athens, where we are focusing today, not only a safe environment, but also has a very good Mediterranean temperatures. You find yourself living in paradise, very close to many islands. We love to say Greece is the Seychelles of Mediterranean, and at the same time you're in a capital with an European environment. Many people tend to live here because of the very good environment and healthy living. And they come back with their pension and pick Athens out of many other cities because it has as the only capital in Europe with such a history and such a big coastline, very good living for people that want high standards.
And you all have had some big companies moving offices there, correct? Amazon.
Yeah, even Mohegan, they build up a casino right now, and they're on plans to build up a casino in Elliniko. Was a former airport, a big investment, one of the biggest in Europe. And Four Seasons is in Athens.
So when someone's coming to purchase there, I'm assuming most of the purchases are done with cash. Is that correct? Is financing difficult in Greece for a non-resident?
Financing for a non-resident who doesn't have an income in Greece will be a problem. Except if it has a collateral lending, which is rarely the case. People prefer to get a discount, negotiate the price, whether if it is a good price already, but they get a discount negotiating on cash buying, and this is the biggest advantage.
So, Sofia, how long does it take to close on a property in Greece, and what are the additional costs? Like, what's the percentage of additional costs on an average transaction?
Well, if someone wants to buy a property here, when finds the property that prefer to buy, can start all the details with papers and takes around a month. Has to additionally pay from the final price of the property, 8 to 10% plus.
And does that fee take care of all the expenses, like a buyer isn't covering agent costs or anything with an attorney? That is complete.
All the payments for engineer, agents, lawyers, everybody.
So the parties involved, when you say engineers, just for the audience to understand, that's like an inspector in the U.S., someone to vet the property, make sure it's functioning. That's what the job of the engineer. Then you also have an attorney and the agents that are involved, correct?
Exactly.
Okay. What about Dimitrios? Can you tell me the cost to carry a property? Like in the US, for example, even within one city, you'll have different taxes. Each area will have a different kind of tax structure. So I'm assuming that might be that way there. So maybe if you could share, just to give some perspective, if someone had $1 million property, let's just say in your area, what would the carrying cost a year be to have that property? If they've paid cash for it, it's just carry costs.
Yes. The thing is, the transfer tax is 3%. Then you have an agent, you have a lawyer, you have a notary, land registry. You can count around 8 to 10%, not more than 10%. Usually around 8%, 8.5, 9% of the transaction of the property value. And it's not actually very high compared to other cases, as we do a good preparation. Let's say I'm focused also to buyers mostly from abroad, and the biggest advantage is to have a good agent negotiating for you the right property. So at the end of the day, the closing costs seem very low compared to other cases.
And once you close, once I own the property, on about $1 million, what would be the taxes like each year to own that property in Greece as a foreigner?
It's the tax of owning a property that is annually paid depends on the area you have a property. and it depends on the municipality costs. So it is very low actually compared to other cities, but it's also a combination of your yearly income. So if you have a low income but a very expensive property, maybe you end up paying more taxes because something is wrong. But if you have an income that justifies the property you have, then because of the income you already pay taxes, the extra tax for the property is lower. If we can say an average for 1 million euro property, you pay around 2,000 per year tax. But it depends again. Maybe it could be 3,000 or 4,000 per year, maybe less.
Did you say that's in euros or dollars?
Euros. We only
Euros.
think in euros and square meter.
Fair enough. And so both of you can answer this. In my mind, if you're moving to Greece, you want to be on the water. But once I was there, I realized that there's beautiful villages and little sleepy towns. I think, in Athens, the view of the Acropolis is probably high on people's lists. So I'm sure you saw a little bit of everything. But from a U.S. perspective, what do you see Americans generally buying? Are they drawn to condos and buildings or single families? Are they drawn to the coast or the mountains?
You're asking me or Sofia?
Either one. It's a question for both of you.
Okay, my experience is they look for sea views or Acropolis views. And usually they tend to buy condos, flats that are easily manageable.
Right. Is that what you see, Sofia? Because you sell quite a bit in the city, don't you?
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
You sell quite a bit in the city. Is that what you see as well? That, maybe an easy way to leave. And can those be rented out when they're not being used, Sofia?
Well, I didn't hear you well, but I will answer your question. Well, most of the people here in center of Athens prefer to buy an apartment, has a lot of apartments with Acropolis view. But also many people prefer to be close to the sea. Also, it's very important to say that everywhere in Greece, if you prefer to live, even a village away from Athens, to go in the sea, it's only 1 hour and 30 minutes in every place by car. So many people prefer to live in the center or in the area that Dimitrios is expert in, south coast of Athens.
Because you have everywhere.
Yes.
You can get everywhere very, very quickly.
The access in every place in Greece is very, very easy. By plane, you can go everywhere in Greece in 30 minutes.
I personally would want to live next to the closest restaurant that has the best olives, and my favorite tzatziki. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so good. But this isn't a food show. This is a real estate show. So let's get back to talking about real estate. You're going to share some property.
If I may add something, Janet.
Sure.
The Athens belongs to a region that's called Attica. Attica has a coastline of 200 kilometers, many marinas, many beaches, many municipalities and suburbs and communities. You have a possibility to choose many of them, and you are around in Athens. And of course, from 3 or 4 main ports, we have Lavrio, Piraeus, Rafina. You can travel to any island within 2 or 3 hours, which means if you live in the northern Athens or the southern Athens, you're very close to the sea. This is what Sofia used to say. But of course, people prefer to have sea view or Acropolis view. This is the most luxury you can get.
Perfect. Thank you for kind of setting the stage for us, because we're about to share your properties. And I think it helps to give people perspective of of what is popular in your areas and what people are buying. So we're going to start ladies first. We're going to start with Sofia. And in a second, you're going to see on the screen, her properties are going to come up and we're going to give her a chance to speak about those one by one. And then we'll move over to Dimitrios. So let's see what we are looking at here. Let's move over to the actual property. Here we go. Now this is beautiful. Tell us what we're looking at.
We're looking at a unique villa in Skinias called the area. Is out of Athens, out of the center of Athens, 15 minutes from the airport, and about 30 minutes from the center of Athens. It's 600 square meters. You have square feet there, 6,000.
6,400.
Yes.
Yeah, I had to put that up there for us Americans because we don't know meters, so that gives us a frame of reference. Okay. Thank you.
Well, it's a very comfortable villa. You have a GNC view. There are 7 master bedrooms with jacuzzi, with large shower, with walk-in shower. The bedroom floor has the bedroom floor level is 10 meters from the pool. All the area bedroom is 80 square meters. The characteristic of this villa is built in 5 levels with, as I'm saying, 7 bathrooms, 7 bedrooms, WC, pool, jacuzzi, built on a slope next to a GNC, with 4 or 5 levels that have direct access to the ground floor and overlooking the sea.
Yes, it has a sea view, and it looks like from the aerial that how far away would one be to get to the water, to the ocean?
30 meters.
Like what
it's on the hill.
So you could just walk there in a few minutes.
Exactly. If you go opposite from the house, you go in the beach. It's a rock beach over there.
And that is under $1 million US.
Yes, is
that's remarkable.
It costs, yes, less from $1 million.
Beautiful, beautiful. So this is what you could get for a single family villa for $1 million. I think that's quite generous. It's huge, large size with a pool, access to the ocean and views. That's everything that a person would want. That's amazing. What do you have for us next?
Well, next is a very nice villa for a family in south coast of Athens, 510 square meters. One second, please.
These are all very large properties, very generous.
Yes. In the basement, there are 3 parking, laundry room, playroom, gym. In the main floor, contains the entrance of the house and a 2-bedroom apartment and a bathroom. The main area started from the first floor that has the kitchen, 2 spacious living rooms, a dining room, and there are 2 very comfortable and large bedrooms.
And so this is more of what we would call a city home, a city property.
Yes, it's very close to the center. It's around 20 minutes from the airport and 20 minutes from the center of Athens.
And I see, I think what might be a garage. Do most people purchase cars there, or can you get around with public transportation or Ubers? What do people do for a vehicle?
There is transportation there, but most of people that live in these areas prefer to go around by car.
Okay, good. And then you have a third property for us. Is that correct, Sofia?
Yes, in my favorite destination, in Mykonos. An amazing villa, 440 square meters with pool, full of character, luxury, and elegance. On a plot, a huge plot of 6,000 square meters. Idyllic setting, privileged location, offering panoramic view, sea view. And Mykonos has amazing sunsets, of course, that you can enjoy there.
Famous for their sunsets.
Have you been in Mykonos?
I haven't, but it's on the list. It's on my long list. So it looks like from this view that the beach is right there, like right in your backyard.
Has two private beaches, this villa. One of the one is Rocky Beach and the other is the Sand Beach. There are 5 bedrooms in the 3 of them in the main building and the other 2 in bungalows in the garden that it's for the visitors.
So could you rent this entire property out when you're not using it?
Of course.
Yeah.
Most of the people that has properties like that rent them in the summer season when they don't use it.
In some parts of the US, renting like that is restricted, but it sounds like in Greece, it's pretty simple to rent your properties.
Yes, of course. We are working very much on this part of real estate, and many people prefer to rent a villa than to go to a hotel.
Sure. Well, and it helps because certainly if you're purchasing a property in another country, it's not a weekend trip. You have to go and plan out when you're going to be there, and you won't be there, every month perhaps. So it helps to be able to, with the expense of the property and the cost to maintain the property, to be able to rent it out and pay for it. It pays for itself when you're renting it out. Would you have any idea what this house might rent for?
Depends the period, because there is the low season, mid-season, and high season in the summer. In the low season, you can find a villa. We are talking about Mykonos. In Mykonos with 400 or 500 euros per day. And in the high season, it's for sure 1,500 per day.
Per day. Okay. Well, that's reasonable. That gives us some reference. Thank you. All of those properties are beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Let's see what you have, Dimitrios. This is beautiful.
Yes, this is Vouliagmeni. Vouliagmeni is just opposite from the Four Seasons Hotel, the most expensive area of Greece compared to Mykonos prices. And it is the suburb the most green suburb close to the city center, Athens Center. It has very good amenities, restaurants. Apart from the Four Seasons Hotel, there are other five-star hotels in the area. It's an investment also for the future. Now we see prices go higher with the factor of sea view, and it has unobstructed sea views towards the Gulf of Vouliagmeni. It is, compared to other properties, small property with 2 beds, 1 bath and 1 WC, 1.2 million euros, $1.5 million dollars. Rare to find the same view again on a flat. Very well maintained. Can be used also for income.
What would something like this rent for? Do you know?
I would say annually it brings around 5%.
Mm,
Yeah,
okay.
but yeah, you rather choose the right tenants long term than living to Airbnb or short term tenants. We have many, not only expats, but many CEOs, people that when they stay in Greece, they would love to have the sea view as long as they stay here,
Right,
2-3
right.
years from big companies, and they pay higher rents.
And so this area, you can walk to the beach, but these are going to be public beaches, correct?
Not only public, there are public beaches, there are organized beaches, and there are exclusive beaches. The Stir Beach belongs to the Four Seasons Hotel. It's for VIP, but next to that, very close to that beach, is the public beach, where you can still enjoy very clean waters, crystal clear waters. And Astir, actually, the former name of Four Seasons, comes from the name Asteras, which is the sea star. There are lots of sea stars to find in the beach, which means it's very clean.
So accessible. I think one of the things that Americans experience on our coastlines is some beaches aren't accessible to the public. And then other areas, there's no private beach. Everything is open to the public. So it's always a question we ask, because in our experience here, there's a big difference, and some people have a preference. Okay, what do you have next for us?
Close to Vouliagmeni, the suburb of Varkiza, with a nice marina also, very close to the airport, 15 minutes from the airport. But in Varkiza used to be a fisher village, and now it's one of the most desirable places to have a house. It's more for people who look for a single house, a villa, that can have more spaces. So you find a villa like this with 3 levels and 6 bedrooms. The price is missing is 1.5 million euros, $1.8 million dollars. But it's in a very exclusive area and offers lots of space for a big family. Big garage. Apart from the open pool we see here, it has an underground closed pool, so you can have some training, some spa in a closed pool. And many athletes used to rent this place, also brings high income.
Many athletes would rent this place?
Athletes, Giannis Antetokounmpo is now a star in NBA, but we have also other athletes that are not so well known worldwide, but they still live in Greece.
Interesting.
And we try to keep them here with such properties.
So this property looks of newer construction. Is that correct?
It is a newer construction, exactly, 10 years old.
Do you have a lot of newer construction in Greece? Like brand new from the ground up homes?
Yes, we also offer from scratch new buildings. There are, since 2-3 years now, we have lots of new developments with actually architecture, stunning architecture. And people love to see properties that have future value. Mm-hmm. So when they buy in 2-3 years, it will be a unique architecture combination of investment and something like they would love to own.
Right, right. Is this, what is the price on this particular property?
1.5 million euros, $1.8 million.
Nice.
Not so expensive for that big house.
Yeah, it's almost 7,000 square feet. So this view, this area shows the marina. Are there like sand beaches close to, is this
Yes,
called
yes.
Barkisa?
Yes, Varkiza has also an organized beach, which next to that is also open. Look, when we say organized beach that you pay to come to go in,
Mhm.
they offer you also services. It's not like you pay just for the beach. They offer you a sunbed, they offer you water, sometimes towels. So it's not something you pay and you just get an access to the beach. You pay also for the services, which is more clean, more, you have garderobe to change and also taverns inside. But if you want to go somewhere where only you and the beach, of course, there is this possibility.
Excellent. Okay, I like this property. Okay, what's next?
We'll mark it for you.
Okay. I'm in my mind buying properties all over the world. One of these days I'm going to have to pick a place and actually do it. So this is in a comparable area, but it looks like a very different property. Also new in a new building.
Yes, this is less than 10 years old. This is actually a ground floor, first floor maisonette. The rarity on this property is it has pool, garden, and sea views. Like you see the view from the road and the view from the pool, which is not so well to see here, it's even better. So you can combine something more like having a new property with very luxury amenities and stuff. It has a kitchen, it has an outdoor barbecue, underground garage, very close to the beach, residential area, similar close to the airport and close to the Four Seasons Hotel. And it's still in the Athenian Riviera.
So this area of Arquisa, is that called the Riviera?
The Riviera is actually the whole blue coast from Athens towards Sunio. Sunio is the peak of Attica, the region, and then it comes back through other areas, Rafina, Portorafti, Marathonas, and the most desirable areas, though, are Glyfada, Vula, Vouliagmeni. And Varkiza belongs to the Vouliagmeni municipality. It's just another community of the same municipality.
Okay, all right. What do we have next? I think, is this your third property?
Exactly, yes. Now here you see how it's organized. The Vouliagmeni, Astir Beach, and the marinas. That picture on the left is the Poseidon Temple on the peak of Athens, where people used to see from the temple the Athenian Center, the big statue of Athena. And there is a story, actually. We would be almost called Poseidonia, but then the goddess Athena won the challenge to get the people living in Athens for her side against Poseidon by giving the residents the olive tree, which represents friendship, unity, and respect of each other. So we are called now Athens. And people could see from the Poseidon Temple the Athenian Acropolis.
Thank you. I love that little lesson. I love to hear about the culture in the country, so I appreciate that. And then what is this marina that we're looking at?
This is the Flissos Marina in Falliro. It's privately owned, but big companies who are specializing on marinas are better to use to manage such kind of marinas than the public sector. And thanks God, we're now opening our economy to investments, big investments, like this marina, for example, or the Mohegan Casino. And in this marina, there are also restaurants, there are also shops to buy, and it's very well organized. Close to the Piraeus port, as you see on the background, and it's only 15 minutes from the Athenian Center.
There's some big yachts in that marina.
Exactly. There are almost 15 marinas all over Athens, the Attica region. Some smaller, some bigger. Elliniko, Alimos, Glyfada. Glyfada has 4 marinas. It's another area which has 4 marinas.
So if someone is living there, is it difficult or easy to get a slip? if you want to purchase a boat? Are they plentiful, or are they a long wait to get a slip?
If you want to buy or to, yes, if you want to buy, you are going to find. It's not, if you want for a specific boat, and the biggest, the most difficult. But if you have an average boat, I don't know, what an average for the Americans
Maybe
are,
you
usually
can
the
find
Americans
it.
have big cars, big yachts, but it's easy, it's not difficult. We have lots of marinas.
Okay, good. And then do you have one more property for us? No, is that it? Okay, perfect. I love that you all had a variety, because I think we saw from $1 million or just under $1 million to over 4 million US. We saw condos, we saw villas, we saw all types of square footage, and maybe not the 4 million, but most of it, if affordable, I think by US standards, particularly when you're considering the geography next to the water. So I appreciate you presenting to us a variety. A variety is very, very nice. So as we wrap up, I just want to make sure that everybody knows what your contact information is. So we're going to show that here in just a second. If you're a buyer viewing today, this is just a sampling of properties. So reach out to Sofia and Dimitrios so that they can connect you with things that might be more of a match for whatever it is that you are looking for, and whether you want to monetize it, live there permanently or part-time. They're going to be your consultants, your experts to figure out your best needs in areas too. Although it's smaller by standards relative to the US, there is a lot of diversity, as I mentioned, and you're going to want experts to be able to kind of guide you and help you along the way. So take a picture, take a screenshot of this information, write this information down so that you can reach out to them in the future. So my special request of you is that if you are enjoying this series, enjoying and learning from it, that you share it, tag your friends or your clients, put their information in the comment box so that they can see this at their leisure. You can also find some past episodes on our YouTube where we've talked about other properties internationally and throughout the US. And if you're an agent and you're learning on our broadcast, please share it with your office. So if any of these ideas are just a tiny bit intriguing, reach out to these agents in Greece or to your local Keller Williams agent for other areas. They can connect you to an expert anywhere in the world, literally. So thank you so much to our panelists. Sofia, thank you very much. And for Dimitrios, for everything that you shared today. We value you so much. Audience, if you're not already connected to us, please like our Facebook page, Spinelli Residential Group, so that you can hear about future broadcasts. Next month, we will be in Costa Rica. Very excited about that. And then I believe we're going to Israel and then followed by South Africa. So that's what you can be looking forward to in the coming months. And yes, Keller Williams has offices in all of those locations. So again, Sofia and Dimitrios, Safristo, did I say it right? Safristo, is that right? Yay!
Perfect.
That is, thank you in Greek.
Look forward meeting you this summer in Greece, Janet.
Oh gosh, I'd love to come back. I was in Corfu. We had the best time, and it was just amazing. So certainly, if any of us are in Greece anytime soon, please look up Sofia and Dimitrios. So until next time, take care from the beautiful city of Austin, Texas. This is Jeanette Spinelli with the Spinelli Residential Group, your Austin, Texas consultant. Go make it a powerful day. Stay healthy, and above all else, be kind. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you.